From Newmarket, Aurora.
Thank you. This is on order, Speaker. My question is to the Government House Leader. What I want to do, Mr. Speaker, is I want to point out...
Your own member wants to ask the question.
And I want to point out to the people who are observing the proceedings here that there's only one party here, one caucus, that is obstructing the will of the legislature, and that is the government caucus. What we're seeing, Speaker, that every committee hearing that we have, witnesses are coming forward. We have 8 minutes per witness to question these people on a very serious issue. Even witnesses say that the 8 minutes that they have is not enough. We have called for a select committee for that very reason. Why is this government obstructing the will of this legislature that will allow us to get to the bottom of this issue?
Be seated, please. Thank you. Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, again, I know the honourable member who stands up is a parliamentarian of some experience,
come to order.
And he would never want to leave the impression with this House or with the viewers watching that there is a difference between the powers of a select committee or a standing committee. He talks about the amount of time that a witness has in front of a standing committee of the legislature. That is a decision of the committee itself, Mr. Speaker. It has nothing to do with the nature of it. Mr. Speaker, the Public Accounts Committee is seized with this matter. They have all the tools that any committee of this legislature would have, select, standing or otherwise. And, Mr. Speaker, they are undertaking a very thorough review of the orange situation, including the testimony of the Minister of Health and the good work that she is doing. But the real question, Mr. Speaker, is the final piece of the puzzle is Bill 50. And I ask the member in his supplementary to commit right now to passing that piece of legislation.
Supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, I heard the Government House Leader very clearly. I now want to ask the Government House Leader to agree to this. If he does not want to give us a select committee, will he agree that we adopt within the Public Accounts Committee the terms of reference that we proposed for a select committee, so that we could get on with the business of properly getting witnesses forward with the appropriate whistleblower protection? We're going to ask for a very simple commitment today. Will the Government House Leader agree to give us those terms of reference? If he will do that, we will cooperate and we'll move forward and we'll get to the bottom of this issue.
Question. Thank you. Be seated, please. Thank you. Government House Leader.
Conservatives want a partisan circle.
I've already mentioned the names of some people here. I will continue to do that, and if I have to do it a second time, I'll get close to the naming situation that I told you before. Warning, then naming. Answer.
Mr. Speaker, I think the committee is doing outstanding work, the Public Accounts Committee. In fact, you know what we learned yesterday, Mr. Speaker? We learned that 2 of Canada's best-connected Conservatives, Guy Journo, the former Chief of Staff to Mike Harris, and Lynn Golding, a prominent PC Party activist, they were the ones responsible for providing advice to Chris Mazza, advice to not put his salary on the Sunshine list, which he didn't, that they didn't have to cooperate with the Auditor General, which he didn't, and how to create the web of for-profit entities which are right now being examined by that committee. Mr. Speaker, I have confidence in the Public Accounts Committee. I have confidence in the members and their questioning of the witnesses, and I believe they are doing a great job in terms of getting to the bottom of Orange and bringing to light some of these issues which my friend across the way doesn't seem to want to talk about very much.
Question.